everyone and welcome to my channel. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room because in my last video I said if Jacqueline and Josh got together, I would eat crow. I would not eat crow. I'm 99.9% vegetarian. That was a joke. It's not gonna happen, so let's get that out of the way. And before we unpack this last 3 episodes, because there's a lot to talk about, I want to talk about the wedding dresses because the ladies, they went wedding dress fitting and I love wedding dresses. So I really liked Tiffany's dress. It looked really good on her. And then there was Micah's dress, which was my favorite. Not the first one, because she was right. The first one was very prom-like, but the second one, it was so classy and timeless and beautiful just from the front. And then when she turned and I saw that back, oh my God, like that was a beautiful, beautiful dress. And then Bliss, it was very Bliss. I did not like the sleeves. It's not my style of dress, but it looked good on her and I think it fit her personality. Let's skip the couples that were very uneventful this 3 episodes. Micah and Paul. It's not gonna work out. He's going to say yes. She's going, that's my prediction. She's going to say no. I get that vibe from her that she's on the show just to become an influencer. Do you guys get that vibe too? Tiffany and Brett, even though I love them, I'm rooting for them, they become so boring. I know they don't have any drama and it's great. Hashtag Black Love. But there's nothing going on with them that's worth talking about. She did meet his dad and his brother Angus, and they were both very, very lovely. Chelsea and Kwame. Chelsea, she's such a smart, intelligent woman, but at the same time, so delusional. For her to have all those expectations and hopes, for her and Kwame, it's just like, I watch him like, Chelsea, wake up. Chelsea, we're here. We're here. Wake up, wake up. He's not that into you. And I think he's going to use his mom's not approving of the wedding as an excuse to say no. Because, even like his sister was there, Barbara, and she had such a nice moment with Chelsea. And she seemed so supportive. She seemed such a lovely woman. But it's still, I don't think it's enough, like the sibling pressure for Kwame to say yes. So I think he's going to say no with the excuse of my mom doesn't approve of this. And then we have Zach and Bliss, who, both of them are like the MVP of the season. So Zach meets half of her family, her mom and her 2 sisters. And I love that he was honest with them and he opened up about the fact that he did have feelings for 2 women at the same time. I was like, Zach, way to go, man up. And then when Zach says that his mom has passed away, her mom said, it's okay, I'll be your mom too. Oh my heart. And then Bliss, she meets Zach's family, which they were so sweet and so nice. I loved his family. They're on the path to have everything for them to work out until we meet Bliss' dad. Oh my gosh, he was rude as F. I mean, he's the definition of a toxic parent. You can worry and care about your child, but still be supportive and nice. When he was asking Zach, do you fish? Do you golf? Do you play sports? It was almost like disappointment, disappointment, disappointment. And then if I was Zach, I'll be like, no, I'm a lawyer. What do you do? I started my own law firm. What do you do, buddy? But it seemed that whatever Zach did or say to him, he wouldn't be good enough for his daughter. And also, who is he to preach? He's a divorcee himself. And I was so happy that Bliss stood up for herself and for Zach. Oh, and speaking of Zach, I thought it was kind of inappropriate that they had, it wasn't a stripper, but it was a burlesque dancer at their bachelor party because his mom was a stripper and he's not, embarrassed to say that, his mom was a stripper. But I don't know, I felt like he was kind of like awkward and, he's like, oh no, I'm like not into that. So I don't know, Netflix could have done something else for their bachelor party. Now let's get to the juicy part. At the last episode, we see that Josh crashes Chelsea's birthday party and has a talk with Jacqueline and said he wants to be together, blah, blah, blah. Jack and Marshall go home together, which I was surprised. And Marshall wants to have the talk. But he wants to have the talk at midnight. And she's tired, she doesn't want to, which I was on her side because I don't like having relationship talks late at night when I'm tired. Let me sleep on it, wake up with a fresh mind, and then we talk. But no, Marshall wanted to talk right then and there. And then she tries to like distract him saying, you have such pretty eyes. And I was like, you being so manipulative right now. I don't like this, Jacqueline, I don't like this. And then at the end, I think it's like on her last interview / take, she said, yeah, I need self-work. I was just like, no shit, Sherlock. I've been telling you that you need therapy from my first video of the season. And then I had someone in my comments saying that I shouldn't assume that someone is bipolar for what I see on TV. And I actually felt bad because I went on her Instagram and she said that, everything that she was going on was that her dad has cancer and she's the caretaker and that took a toll on her. But then why go on a reality TV show if you have so much going on at home? So she doesn't show up for the wedding dress fitting. And I was like, oh my God, something is about to happen. And then she goes and meets up with Josh. Oh my gosh, I was watching it, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to eat crow. So she meets up with Josh and she said something, yeah, the minute I heard your voice at the party, my nipples got hard. What? And then he asked, what do you think of all of this? And she's like, I don't care. I don't care. And I was like, so you don't care about someone else's feelings. You only care about yours because you're not even thinking about Marshall right now. And I think that, the timeline could have been off because a lot of people are saying that, oh, the same day that she was supposed to go try on her wedding dress, she meets up with the other guy. That could have been a different day because you know how editing can be deceiving. So she could have met up with Josh like, weeks later, weeks before, who knows. On that last take of hers that she said that she needs self-work, she also said that she's not sorry. And I was like, you are heartless. You're not even sorry for, dragging Marshall around and hurting his feelings. Props to her for breaking up with him before walking down the aisle, because that would have been really, really mean. Like knowing that you're not into him, you're not gonna marry him, but you just want to stay on the show to get paid more. And then also drag his family, he's really like his sweet family into a wedding that's not gonna happen. So I'm glad they broke up before all of that. But the way she handled things with this breakup was so disrespectful. Like kissing Josh at that cafe. Once again, I don't know what the timeline was, if it was after the breakup or before the breakup, but there's rumors in the internet that she was already with Josh while they were filming, like after she came back from Mexico. That is awful. That's just awful. And when she broke up with Marshall, why mention Josh? Why say you were attracted to him and you're going to be with him? You could have just talked to Marshall and say, look, this is not working out. I'm not feeling you and blah, blah, blah. You could have done it in a classy way, but no. And then we get to the cringiest / best part of this episode. It's when Marshall asks for her engagement ring back and she has the audacity to say, no, I'm going to keep the ring. My jaw was on the floor. I had to pause it and be like, what just happened? She is lucky that the cameras were rolling, because if I was Marshall, I'll be like, bitch, you better give me my ring. Bitch better have my money. Which, by the way, by law, in some states, you have to return the engagement ring. An engagement ring, it's a contract promise of marriage. And if you break that contract, you have to return it. It's also decorum, isn't it? I think, like, if you have an engagement ring and you call it off, you never get married, return the ring. But if you do get married and you know, you put in some work, you try to make the relationship work, you marry for a few years or even a couple of years or whatever, I think you get to keep the ring, you know, turn into earrings or a necklace or sell it. For her to have the audacity to say, I'm going to keep the ring, so tacky, so tacky, and it showed her true colors. I hope production took that ring from her before she pawn it or sell it, because on the Bachelor, you know, that show Bachelor, Bachelorette, I believe you have to stay together, or when you get married, you have to stay married for 2 or 3 years, or you have to be in a relationship for 3 years. If you break up before that, you have to return the ring to Neil Lane, who makes the ring. So I don't know how Netflix works, but we know that Marshall didn't buy that ring. Okay, so it's good that he didn't lose any money. And yeah, I felt bad for Marshall, but also he dodged a huge bullet, so he's doing fine. And it's also a lesson for him to learn. Don't pick a woman that you're trying to fix. It's safe to say that the true villain of season 4 is, move over, Irina. It's Jacqueline. And speaking of Irina, she also posted, remember last video I said that Micah posted a written apology on her IG, probably because she was getting a lot of hate because her comments were off. And then this week was Irina that posted a video, a live video. I give her props for looking to the camera and then, you know, saying her piece. I'm so tired of these people in the public eye, celebrities or reality TV people, when they want to apologize for something, like they write a post. I don't want to see anything written that your publicist or your manager wrote. I want to see you on camera looking me in the eye and then, you know, apologizing. But even though Irina did it on camera, it felt kind of fake to me, especially because it was pretty much a copy of Micah's apology. Like, they basically said the same thing. I'm emotionally immature. I apologize if I hurt anyone that watched the show or any of the cast, blah, blah, blah. And I also think Irina did it because she has her own business, and I bet her business was hurting because these people that go on reality TV shows, I mean, like, the little, you can like say something so small or act in a way that it's misrepresentative, and that can affect your real life. Watch what's happening with the Vanderpump Rules and Scandal. You know, Tom Schwartz, he has a restaurant, you know, what is it? It's Schwartz and Sandy's. Anyway, they have a restaurant, and then Tom cheated on the girlfriend, and then people started leaving like bad Yelp reviews, boycotting the restaurant, and it's affecting the business. So I think Irina's apology came because she's like, oh crap, people are gonna boycott my business, I better apologize. The big news is that the reunion for season 4 will be live. That'll be the first live reunion that Netflix has ever had. It will be on April 16, and I think that crap will hit the fan. The last episode, I'm surprised that will be just one. It's next Friday, and we still have 3.5 weddings because we already did half of Kwame and Chelsea, and then we have Tiffany, Micah, and Bliss. And usually they do 2 weddings per episode. So I don't know if it's gonna be like a super episode, maybe like an hour and a half, but I don't know how they're gonna fit 3 weddings in one episode. These were my thoughts on this week's Love is Blind season 4 shenanigans. It's been a crazy ride. Oh, what do you think? Are you on Jacqueline's side that, you know, she should keep the ring? She did right by Marshall by breaking up before the wedding? Or do you think she's a heartless biatch and the true villain of the season? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell, the notification button so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you next time.